Stuff. So, welcome to SC2CTL. We are your
Yeah.
hosts, Gallegation to my bottom, below me, and I am Wingnut SC. We are glad you could join us this evening. We did have some difficulties, but I'm super excited that everything is super awesome now, and we are ready for some pretty cool matches.
That's right. Tonight we are featuring StarCraft 2 Strategy versus Pulse Esports in a best of 9 clan war. This is the round 12 of our playoffs, and one of these teams is going to go home tonight. That will be the end of their tournament run, and we will have to see them next time in Season 2. But for one of these teams, they get to move forward and potentially have a shot at those donated keyboards by DOS Keyboard, who is one of the sponsors of the StarCraft 2 Community Team League, and we are greatly appreciative of that.
Yeah, it is so awesome to be at this stage of the playoffs of the SC2CTL. We're starting to see it come to fruition after going through all those weeks of pool stages and watching these teams develop both mentally and as, a lot of the teams come into this as well-established teams, but a lot of teams aren't, and it's fun to see the teams that are go against teams that aren't, and there's been some really awesome games, really awesome matches, so, we're
Absolutely.
like 12 weeks into this now, 12,
Yeah,
13 weeks into this now, so we've been doing this a while.
Yeah, and hopefully you've been joining us for a while. But if not, we're happy to have you, and we hope that you remain viewing the rest of the playoffs, as they are going to be a lot of fun. Let's give a few bios for our teams here. If you are new to StarCraft 2 Community Team League, what we like to do is involve the community as much as we can, and that includes contacting the teams prior to casting their games and trying to just get to know their players a little bit, get to know the captains, so that we can connect you to them, so that there's a face, so to speak, behind a name, and you get a little bit closer to knowing who you're watching. So tonight, like we said, we have Pulse, and we have StarCraft 2 Strategy. StarCraft 2 Strategy is going to be sending out Rising Storm first, and Rising Storm, as soon as I find him here, is...
He's a cool dude.
He is a cool dude. He's a Zerg player, and StarCraft 2 is his first RTS game, and this is his first season of... Well, Season 4 was his first season as Grandmaster, and he's from Newfoundland, Canada, which is apparently a half-time zone. So when it's 8:30 p.m. on the East Coast, it's 9:30 there, so it's kind of like in this weird in-between state.
It's the
Apparently,
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, of time zones. So who knew? So cool to be him. It's going to be exciting to watch him. Unfortunately, Kidden is the player for Pulse Esports. We were not able to get a bio from him on time, so we do not have much information on him, but we do have a game from him. So let's check out what is going to happen. This is going to be a Zerg versus Zerg. As soon as we get it going.
You've got that link for the Reddit thread. Do you want to pop that in chat real quick so we can...
Let's do that. So we like...
Dat Reddit thread.
To hear your feedback. We like to hear what you think about the league and the casting and anything that you want to throw at us. So there is a link talking about tonight's thread. If you want to jump in there and talk about it, feel free. If you'd like to connect with us in chat, we will be glancing at it from time to time. We like interacting with people who are showing up. So give us your feedback. Talk to us about the games. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks a lot for joining us.
All right. I think we're all set. But right now, before we jump right in, I do want to drop one more thing. It's we are so grateful, as Nick said, for DOS Keyboard to be sponsoring this league. And in the past, we've suggested this tweet for you right here. And if you would take a second, go to Twitter and tweet that, add your own little special message on the end. DOS Keyboard loves to hear that, and it lets them know that people are paying attention to their sponsorship. And you never know, they may even reply to you or retweet you. We had a couple people tweet it out last week, and they're definitely very interactive with their users and people on Twitter. So they definitely love to see that, and we would appreciate it as well.
Yeah, it's great to support companies that support esports, because that just makes esports all the better.
Absolutely. And with that, let's jump right on into Game 1, Gallegation.
Game number 1, let's go.
Let's do it. In the upper left-hand corner of Whirlwind LE, it is our pink Zerg. From Pulse Esports, it is Kidden.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, representing Team StarCraft 2 Strategy and the color green, it is Rising Storm.
If there's anything that would put my favor in either direction, it would be the color green.
I like the little emblem that Rising Storm has here. It looks almost like Kerrigan wings or something like that. I haven't seen that one. There's a lot of emblems that I've never seen before.
That is cool. I think that is Kerrigan wings. It's just missing Kerrigan. Interesting. It's also cool in some of the things where you see like the decals on the map. I think it's a part of Game Hurt, but it's still pretty cool to see a team logo on the map or other things. But we do have a spawning pool coming down at 10 for Kidden, so looking to get some aggression on and maybe even defense himself. This is a huge map.
This is a huge map. I was just going to say the same thing. This is a risky play on a map this size because you're not going to get speed incredibly fast. I mean, obviously, he's getting 2 gas. That's interesting.
Gas trick.
Oh, gas trick, right, of course. So I was going to say, like you're not going to get speed super fast. You're not going to get across the map very fast, and you don't even know where your opponent could be. He could be in any one of the corners of this map. So he's definitely, praying hard that he's in the top right corner. He's going to find out that he is not actually in the top right corner, but Rising Storm is now putting down a base, which could be problematic.
He is scouting with a drone here as well towards the bottom left corner and has his Overlord going towards the top right, so he's going to narrow it down here eventually. But, like you said, it's so risky. He has this pool up. He's got 6 Lings in production. If his opponent is able to hold this off, he's in a really tough spot because he's so far behind. As Rising Storm is, he just put down his pool, so he's going to be quite a bit behind. But by the time these Lings get across the map, golly, it could be done.
Yeah, but at this point, Kidden does know where his opponent is, and those Lings are rallying straight across the map. That's some really good scouting done by him to minimize the amount of time lost by Lings running around in the wrong directions. So this is going to need to be some good defense here from Rising Storm with not a lot there to do it with. He doesn't have that pool done, and that hatchery's going to finish as well. We'll see if Kidden decides to target the hatchery or if he decides to go in and try and target the drones. I know what I do. I think I know what you would do.
And I think he's got the same wavelength.
Same idea.
Go for the drones.
But that pool has popped now.
But he does have 4 Lings in production, but it's going to be a minute. He just started him. He does have the Queen also, so he's just going to try and do some micro here to get as many drone kills as he can. But wow, great micro by Rising Storm.
Absolutely. There's only been 2 workers killed thus far, and 3 Lings have been killed. So Rising Storm is doing some really great micro. 2 Lings of his own pop out. And now Kidden is going to try and focus those down. 2 more Lings show up for Rising Storm, and drones get pulled to try and reinforce the small army.
Oh, Kidden getting in there trying to snipe some of those low-health drones, and does get one, but now the Queen is out, so that's going to put the kibosh on this this aggression of his.
And now Rising Storm has more Lings than Kidden does here.
Yeah, Kidden, that was a well-timed... I was going to mention the timing of that scout, too. He put that drone out to scout that other base at exactly the right time, so he didn't have to waste any time running around, but I just still think it just wasn't enough time. Now Rising Storm has so many Lings here.
It is a lot of Lings.
And Rising Storm has his Ling speed going down as well, and Kidden does not even have the faintest idea of starting it yet.
So suddenly this is looking very strong for Rising Storm, as he is getting the tech upgrades. Kidden is getting his natural down right now, but he is only just now about to get the right amount of gas to start that speed, and we do see it go down now.
Great micro again by Rising Storm as Kidden popped in a couple Lings to try and kill off a couple, but microed the ones back that were being attacked and saved them. And now he's got a Queen at each base, and Kidden does have his natural up now too. But if we look at the army supply, if I can get the right tab up here, worker supply, it's even. Wow, look at that. The worker supply is even right now, both on 2 bases. Army supply is even too, 9-9, and so we're
pretty even.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Both players are getting their Baneling nest down now, and Kidden is also getting a Spine Crawler, sensing that there may be some aggression that is going to follow. Trying to get some Ling in there to spot, but it's not going to be able to, as speed Lings are out and they are charging across the map.
Yeah, on paper it looks even, but it's really not because Rising Storm has speed, and that is going to be the hugest advantage for him right now.
But that advantage is only going to be good for about another 30 seconds as the speed for Kidden is about to finish up. Lings do move in now, but they get very bad positioning, so they run right out, going to try and make the most of their speed upgrade while they can.
He did have the Spine Crawler there, very well placed, especially with that Baneling nest right in front of it, so he couldn't get a surround on that. But Baneling's being warped in on the side of Rising Storm.
I don't think they're being warped in, but yes, they are getting morphed.
Hey, I'm a Protoss. What do you want from me? They're being warped in from whatever planet Zerg comes from, right? There's got to be
I
some
don't think
lore
that's
that
true.
backs that up.
Oh my gosh. Ooh.
Amazing Baneling connection there for Rising Storm, killing it looked like about 10 Zerglings with one Baneling.
And that was a great connection. That puts the food heavily in his favor. Well, not food, but army supplies.
That's how the cookie crumbles, Patches.
But these Banelings are going to run. Oh, they almost ran into those queens, but so many are dying. Oh, well, I guess they take out that spine crawler, so that's not horrible. But now he's got them microing those Banelings around, trying to get the right angle on these drones. One does go down, trying to get there. Two go down, but the third one isn't going to connect with anything. Gets a couple of.
Yeah, it
drone
does get
health
a lot
down.
of the workers down on the red there, but without the +1 attack upgrade, it can't kill in one shot. But, oh, Rising Storm does come back in with more lings, more 2 Banelings coming in for Kidden, so if he can get those down, that'll be huge. But one queen gonna fall, looks like.
And Rising Storm is just making Zerglings. That's all he's doing right now, and that's all he needs to do right now. He's got Kidden really in a tough position here. Kidden really needs to get some great Baneling hits or some wicked defense. He does have a Spire going down now, so if he can hold this out, he will have a tech advantage.
Yeah, but he just does not have the gas for it, though. I mean, he's got 42 gas right now.
Yeah, that's very true, unfortunately.
With losing both of those queens, too, that's going to be a huge disadvantage for Kidden because, you know, the army supply may be enough to hold off Rising Storm right now, but he's not going to have very many larvae going forward because Rising Storm's got his inject, but Kidden does not.
And Rising Storm morphing in, 13 more Banelings. Zerglings are rallying to that location. He is going to go in and just try and do as much damage as he can here.
Look at that split on those Banelings, too.
Defensive formation.
Yeah, the Spire is about to finish, but oh my gosh, there's so many Banelings from Rising Storm. He's going to head up the ramp. There's
And
Spine
look
Crawlers
at
coming in,
this
but not.
City. Oh, it's not completely walled off.
Oh, the Banelings. Oh, group of Banelings going into the main, a group going into the natural. But are they going to be able to hold it off? The Queen.
Don't pop
trying
on
to
that
do some
queen.
damage.
Oh, look at all these Banelings. All these drones are going to die.
Oh my gosh, so many drones go down now. If we look at the units kill, it's 20 workers killed by Rising Storm.
And this is just an overwhelming number here of Lings and Banelings and so much destruction. These evolution chambers are trying to zone them out, but there's just not enough surface area to block them out.
Yeah, Kidden trying to do everything he can just to keep these Lings and Banelings out so they can get something going, but just wasn't able to get that wall down.
3 mutas are in production. He's going to try and do some counterattacking, but he's not going to be able to defend against this onslaught of Lings that's coming up his ramp.
Yeah, that Queen was like, oh my gosh, what can I do? And now the Lings are spreading themselves out, attacking the drones, attacking the lair, and 3 mutas just not going to be able to take that out, and that's GG. Wow, very, very intense, very aggressive first game.
They're very intense. You know, like we said before, 10 pool is definitely an aggressive attack pattern, especially on that map. You know, you're really kind of gambling in that situation, that you get to the right spot, that you catch your opponent off guard. But Rising Storm really just had a really good defense at the beginning there, was able to get the Lings out, and then was able to overwhelm with numbers.
Yeah, both of these teams are very, very good teams. We've casted them both multiple times before, and this is certainly nothing unusual. We've had so many games like this, and it's really fun to see. I'm excited to see this series. I think it's going to be great going forward, and I'm really excited to go into it. And we do see there's quite a few of you joining us tonight, so we welcome you to the SC2CTL StarCraft 2 Community Team League Playoffs, round of 12.
Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate your viewership. So now,